Writer Annie Dillard says how we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. And when you're a kid, those days can be pretty fun. Life's peachy. But as an adult, are you happy with your current role? Think back to your childhood days for a moment. Do you remember what you wanted to be when you grew up? And did you end up heading down that path? Melody, I'm throwing this to you. Do you remember what you wanted to be? Because I watched something the other day and someone wanted to be a mermaid doctor.
Is that a mermaid who's a doctor or a doctor who is for mermaids?
I can't rightly say. But do you remember?
I wanted to be a policewoman, actually.
Did you?
Wow. Which is very, very different from editing a magazine, I guess.
Law and order, girl.
Right up to high school. In high school, we had this extracurricular activities where you could join a group, and then so the group had they called the police cadet corps. I had uniforms and everything else.
Wow.
I was going on.
Wait, sorry, how old were you when you wanted to be a policeman?
Right up till I was 18.
Wow, so you held that dream for a while.
But I liked writing too, and writing, and I'm lazy.
So what made you decide against it? What ended up? Too difficult.
I'm not going to chase down that robber.
That might be your second career, the second half
That's
of life.
right. See, a lot of people will have 5 different careers in their lifetime. Well, 5 to 7, the statistics are a bit different on that, and about, up to 17 different jobs. So, the door's open to change if you want it. Mary Ellen, do you remember, was there a time when you were like 4 or 5 and you sort of had an idea of what you wanted to be?
Oh, yeah. I think it was always the same, and I always just wanted to be an artist.
An artist.
And I would spend hours and hours and hours just drawing and painting. And I think at about age 8, I actually entered a colouring in competition. It was in the newspaper, and I ended up winning a computer for myself. It was my first ever. I know, it was amazing. I wish they did that for adults, but anyway.
But you're really good. I've seen your stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And so, I always wanted to do that, but I guess, growing up, I was sort of told that's not really not the most stable job option available, so you should do something more secure and practical.
Yeah. So what are you doing now? How different? Because you're still doing art, aren't you?
I do it in my spare time a lot.
Okay.
I started off in a course of psychology law. I'm still studying psychology law, but I just ended up changing to media, and the more I progress, the more creative everything becomes. So who knows what the future holds, but I have a feeling it'll probably end up being something arty.
You'll show them all wrong. Yeah.
She can't escape her calling.
I can't escape.
Should we be asking kids at such a young age, what do you want to be when you grow up? Do you think that puts any pressure on them?
I think it lets them dream, just to start exploring and what does that person do, and start exploring, some of those skills. I think let kids dream. I love hearing about mermaid doctors. I mean, they probably might come up with a profession we've never heard of before.
But that's the thing, exactly, because right now we're at this cusp of the time, right, where there will be jobs that don't even exist, that we don't even know what
Exactly.
exists.
That's what they say. Kids who are starting kindy now will be coming out of high school, and there'll be jobs that are not around today, which is amazing.
What's interesting is with the digital space, so many kids are able to work now. So many of them are entrepreneurs. They have channels, they're creating products. So many of them are already entering the job force a lot earlier, I think, than they were before.
With their businesses.
Are you frightened that AI is going to sort of take over jobs?
I don't
in the
think
future,
so.
like artificial intelligence?
I am.
I think there's special connections that humans have that a robot will never be able to replace.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what are they going to do with all these people if we're out of jobs? Like, come on, the government can't let us go down that road, surely.
We'll see.
Well, it's interesting what you wanted to be. Like, I remember and I think the interesting question to ask kids is why you want to be that, because often we're influenced by what's around us. Like when I was young, I wanted to be a marine biologist and swim with dolphins because we'd been to SeaWorld. So there's lots of things that you can explore with your kids. If you have any thoughts you want to share on our Facebook page, go right ahead. Let us know what your kids want to be. Maybe it's an animal.